Hello everyone, this is Hoda Ganji. In this video, we are going to create a pavilion surface using Lunchbox Grasshopper. So let's open a new file. I'm gonna go with no template. I want to check the units first, UN. I want to go with meters, 3 decimal places. And let's say maybe the grid snap can be on, O snap can be on, ortho can be on. First, I want to draw one arc here. So this is going to be the area that is going to cover on the ground. Then I want to revolve this arc, so you can type revolve. Starting from the midpoint, going to here, select the first end of the angle, and you can move this or enter a number. I want to enter maybe 100, so it's a little bit more than 90. You can put this on shaded. If you click on the surface and press F10, it's going to show the control points. So that's something good to know. If you press F10, it's going to bring some points and you can further work on the surface. Notice that if you turn gumball on, it's going to allow you to move each point in one direction. I want to turn off grid snap, ortho, maybe it's or snap as well. You can move this in different directions. You can work with different points one by one. Maybe it's going to be like this, a little bit more like this. And you can also work with these other points. Whenever you are ready, you can just hit escape. Now the surface has been modified. I want to open Grasshopper. You can type Grasshopper. It's gonna take you here. And you see that I have already installed Lunchbox. If you don't know how to install Lunchbox, you can just go to foodforrhino.com, type Lunchbox, and you can get Lunchbox from here. On the very last version, if you scroll down, you see that it's going to work for Grasshoppers 6 and 7 as well. So you can just download and install Lunchbox. It's a very quick software. And you can work with the items under Lunchbox. So let's say if I want to create some panels on this surface, first I need to read that information in Grasshopper. You can either go to the first tab, bring the surface from here, or you can simply type surface. The reason this is orange is that there is no information assigned to this node yet. You can right click, set one surface, click on that, and now that object is actually also a Grasshopper object. I want to internalize the data, so if I open this on another Rhino file, it's going to work perfectly, and I want to hide this in Rhino. So this is the surface. If I go to Lunchbox, there are all these options to create panels. Let's try like quad panels for now. Surface goes to surface. As soon as you do that, it's going to create a set of panels. This can be hidden, so we can only see the outcome. Let's say by default it's 10 by 10. How about I assign 15 to V, so it's going to be more like square shaped. And it seems good on the other side, so I want to go with this combination. I can bring one scribble, group these items as maybe quads. Select all these 4 nodes, group. There we go. Now let's say we want to separate the frame of the panel. In Lunchbox, there's already an option for that. Under Generate, you can go to Panel Frame. Panel goes to panel. As soon as you do that, it's going to create some frames. I'm going to hide this so we can only see this product, and that distance comes from S, and by default it's set to 0.5. If that is a larger number, let's say 0.95 for instance, the frame is going to be thinner, right? So let's say if I set it to 0.85, is gonna be much thinner, right? So I'm gonna go with this. We have two options here, two outcomes. One is frame, one is panel. If I bring a panel to see what's going on, you see that both of them are a set of surfaces, and the number of surfaces is 150, going from 0 to 149, because the number of the panels is 10 times 15, which is 150. So these are all surfaces. One of them is responsible for the frames, one of them is responsible for the panel. The one which is responsible for the frames, I want it to be actually one single element, so you can go with union, maybe solid union. If I connect frame to B, so you see that this solid union is still orange, it's not working. If I hover the mouse around here, it says that this object contains one warning, it's empty. So in order to see if we can address that, I want to change the values under U or V. So let's say I want to bring 1.8 and I want to assign it to U. Let's see if it's going to help. Actually, it does. So sometimes if what you want does not work, maybe you can rearrange the panels by assigning new inputs. So this is now one object. If we compare the frames from here with the solid union from here, this is now only one brep. Let's see if it's gonna work for the panels as well. So before we had 120 panels. Actually, there are still 120 because there is no connection between the panels. Each of them is separate. It's not going to be able to unify them. But in this one, because they're actually connected, it's going to be one brep. Okay, so let's see how we can export this. First, I want to make a group here. I want to bring Scribble. Let's say this is going to be panels and frames. We have separated them now. And I can select these items, make a group. I want to go to my Rhino, create two layers. I want to name one of them as my frames and the other one as my panels. You can also change the color. I'll open Grasshopper again, and now I want to bake this item, and it's going to be under my frames. I want to group them. Maybe it's going to save some space on my Rhino file. Okay, and this one as well, I want to bake it under panels, group it, and okay. So this is a very simple set of nodes. That's all you need. I want to save this file and close it. You can close this. Let's go here. Now quickly I want to do something. I want to grab this set of surfaces and they're all joined, and I want to use offset surface by 15 centimeters because the units is on meters. This means this is 15 centimeters. Solid yes, and flip is no because the direction is good. I want to hit a space. We can turn on the panels here. Let's switch to rendered. I would like to assign a different material to the panels. And if we also add a ground level to the background, we will be able to see some shadows here. How about we go to organic, grass, and I would like to go to the render tools, sun, turn the sun on. We can double check the location, and we can set it to a summer day.